Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a stranger staring back? That whisper in your head saying, "You're not enough." It's a quiet poison. You smile in public, but inside, you doubt every step. Life doesn't shout at us. It whispers through disappointments, failures, and the silence after rejection. You tell yourself, maybe I should just stop. But that's the exact moment the fight begins. The Stoics taught, what destroys you isn't the event itself, but your belief about it. You are beaten only when you agree with that voice saying, you can't. Think about this. Every strong person you admire once stood in that same silence of doubt. Their hands shook, their heart raced. But instead of surrendering, they believed in themselves for just one more step. So ask yourself, in this very moment, will you let fear own your future? Or will you own your fear? The truth is uncomfortable. No one is coming to rescue you. Not your friends, not your family, not luck. When everything falls apart, the only voice left is your own. And most times that voice is cruel. It tells you you're too weak, too late, too broken. But here is the twist. What if that voice is lying? Think of failure not as a wall but as a mirror. When it hurts, it's not punishing you. It's showing you what must change. The Stoics believed the obstacle is the way. That mountain of pain. It's not blocking your path, it is the path. The moment you stop running from it and instead climb it, you become unshakable. Close your eyes and listen. Behind the noise of doubt, there's a steadier voice, quiet but strong. It says, stand up, try again, believe. Will you hear it, or will you drown it out forever? Maybe today you failed. Maybe you sent out your best effort, and it was ignored. Maybe you love deeply, but remain unseen. It stings. It burns in your chest like fire you can't put out. You wonder, what's the point? But pause. Breathe. Feel the weight of your heartbeat. That's proof. You still have another chance. Life won't stop testing you. It will strip away your pride, your plans, your comforts. Yet what it cannot strip is your will to keep moving. The Stoics said, you may not control events, but you always control your response. And your response in this moment is everything. The smell of failure, the sound of silence after rejection, these are not your enemies. They are reminders that you are alive, still in the fight. So I ask you, when the world tells you no, do you shrink? Or do you rise with a quiet, stubborn yes to yourself? There's a moment when the crowd turns away. When your work, your effort, your voice, feels invisible. You stand in a noisy world, yet no one seems to hear you. That silence? It cuts deeper than words. It makes you question if you even matter. But here's the truth. The world doesn't ignore you because you're worthless. It ignores you because greatness always begins in shadows. The Stoics understood this. They trained themselves to endure solitude because they knew character is built when no one is watching. So when no applause comes, when the air feels heavy with rejection, ask yourself, are you doing this for their approval or for your own strength? Because once you believe in yourself, even silence becomes a teacher. It hardens you, shapes you, sharpens your edge. And one day, the same people who overlooked you will wonder how you never broke. Do you know what's scarier than failure? Success that arrives too soon. It gives you comfort before you're ready. It makes you soft. Failure, on the other hand, carves you. Think of a blacksmith. Iron only becomes a blade through fire and hammering. You are that iron. The fire is your rejection. The hammer is your struggle. If life is striking you, it's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to make you sharp. But here comes the twist. Many people quit right before the blade is ready. They stop at the final blow. They walk away from themselves. The Stoics whispered across centuries, endure and you will outlast the pain. But endurance isn't just surviving. It's believing that every bruise is progress. So feel your scars. Trace them. Each one says, you didn't give up. Now tell me, will you stop at the last hammer strike? Or will you rise as the weapon life meant you to be? Close your eyes. Imagine standing on a cliff. Wind slaps your face. The ground trembles beneath you. One step back and you're safe. One step forward and you fall. That's what self-doubt feels like. Every dream hangs on the edge of a choice. Fear screams louder than hope. It tells you the fall will kill you. But here's the secret. It won't. The fall is where you grow wings. The Stoics believed courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward while fear suffocates you. Your heart will pound. Your knees will shake. But step forward anyway, because the greatest tragedy isn't falling, it's never leaping at all. And maybe, just maybe, when you jump, you'll find the ground wasn't as far as you thought. So answer me. Will you step back into comfort, or will you leap into the unknown and discover yourself? Look around. Everyone is racing, posting, chasing, comparing. It feels like if you don't move fast enough, you'll be left behind. But here's the truth. Speed means nothing if you're running in the wrong direction. What matters is belief, the kind that keeps you steady even when the world rushes past. The Stoics reminded us, no man is free who is a slave to opinion. The crowd will laugh, judge, dismiss. But ask yourself, do their voices build your life, or does your will? There will be nights when their laughter echoes louder than your hope. It will sting, like salt in an open wound. But silence yourself for a moment. Listen deeper. Your own heartbeat whispers, keep going. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where the lesson needs you to be. So tell me, will you keep sprinting for their approval, or walk forward with unshakable belief in yourself? Sometimes life doesn't break you with disasters. It breaks you with small cuts. The unpaid bill, the unanswered text, the job that slips away. Alone, they seem tiny. Together, they bleed you dry. And you start to wonder, maybe life just isn't for me. That thought is deadly. Because once you believe you are powerless, you hand over your life willingly. The Stoics taught, pain cannot touch the mind unless the mind allows it. Yes, your body will ache, your heart will bruise. But your mind is untouchable if you choose it to be. So when the 1,000 small cuts come, don't see them as proof you're weak. See them as training. Every wound is teaching you patience, endurance, strength. The cuts are not the end. They are sharpening your spirit into steel. And maybe one day you'll look back and realize, those little cuts built the strongest version of you. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. Believing in yourself is lonely. Friends may drift. Family may doubt. Strangers may laugh. It hurts like betrayal, like standing in the cold with no coat. But loneliness is not a curse. It's a forge. The Stoics sat in their solitude and found freedom. They learned, if you can stand alone, you can stand anywhere. Think about the sound of silence late at night. It presses heavy, but inside that silence lies a gift, clarity. You start to hear your true voice, buried under the noise of others. That voice says, you're capable, you're enough, keep going. It may shake at first, but each day you listen, it grows stronger. And here's the twist. Once you master standing alone, you'll never fear losing anyone again. Because you'll know you already carry everything you need within. So, when the silence returns tonight, will you run from it? Or will you finally listen to the voice that's been waiting for you? Most people think strength is loud, that it shouts, flexes, and proves itself. But true strength is quiet. It's waking up after failure and still trying. It's holding your tongue when anger tempts you. It's standing calm while the world mocks you. The Stoics called this mastery of the self, because the strongest enemy you will ever face lives inside you. Think of your fear, your laziness, your anger. They whisper, stay down, don't change, don't try. But here's the secret. Those voices grow weaker every time you rise against them. Strength is not a single victory. It's thousands of small battles you fight in silence. And every time you win, your belief in yourself deepens. So ask yourself now, are you conquering the world or are you conquering yourself? Because only when you conquer yourself, the world bends in your favor. There will be days when your body moves, but your spirit drags behind. When everything feels heavy, and you wonder if it's even worth it, that heaviness, it's not weakness. It's proof that you're carrying weight others dropped. The Stoics believed, the greater the load, the greater the strength it builds. No one admires a sailor who only sails calm seas. The ones remembered are those who steer through storms, so when life pounds, You like rain against glass, don't curse it. Look closer. Each drop is carving you into someone unshakable. But here's the twist. Storms don't just test you, they reveal you. They show if you're anchored in others' opinions or anchored in your own belief. When the storm hits tonight, will you let it sink you? Or will you rise with steady hands, proving to yourself that you can survive anything? Think of all the times you stayed silent when you wanted to speak. All the dreams you buried because someone said you couldn't. Each silence, each buried dream, is like dust collecting on your soul. And one day you wake up and realize you don't recognize yourself anymore. That's the cost of not believing. The Stoics warned, life is short. To waste it fearing others' judgment is the greatest tragedy. Because no one else will live your life for you. No one else can carry your regrets. Look around you. How many graves are filled with dreams never lived? How many voices died unheard because someone was too afraid to trust themselves? But you're still breathing. That means you still have time. Time to stand up. Time to act. Time to speak with your true voice. So I ask you, will you let fear bury you alive? Or will you finally dig yourself out and live before it's too late? There's a pain worse than failure. It's the pain of regret. Failure at least teaches. It sharpens. But regret? It rots. It whispers, you had your chance, and you let it die. The Stoics begged us, never waste the time given, because time is the one thing you can never buy back. Picture this, 10 years from now, standing in front of a mirror. Do you want to see someone who tried and fell, or someone who never moved because fear chained them? Life will give you wounds, yes, but regret leaves scars you cannot heal. And here's the cruel twist. Even the strongest people are broken not by what happened, but by what never happened. So ask yourself tonight, will you live bold and risk the wound of failure, or sit quietly and let regret strangle your future? You think courage feels powerful? It doesn't. It feels terrifying. It feels like your hands shaking and your voice cracking while you move anyway. The Stoics believed courage isn't about being fearless. It's about acting while fear screams in your ear. Courage is walking into the interview you think you'll fail. It's confessing love, knowing they may walk away. It's starting the project everyone doubts. Your heart races, your stomach twists, but in that moment you're alive. Because here's the twist. Fear is proof that the moment matters. If you feel nothing, it means nothing. But when fear burns, it means you're standing on the edge of growth. So don't pray for less fear. Pray for more strength to face it. Now ask yourself, when fear knocks tonight, will you hide under the covers or open the door and face it head on? There's a lie we tell ourselves, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. The Stoics said, life is lived in the present moment, and the present moment is slipping away with every breath. Every delay is a thief. Every excuse is a chain. You say you'll start when you feel ready, but readiness is an illusion. No one ever feels ready. They just begin. Think of the sound of a clock ticking in an empty room. Each tick is a reminder. Time is leaving, quietly, without asking your permission. And one day the ticking will stop. Not tomorrow, not later. One day, it will stop. That is why the only time you have is now. So I'll ask you one final time in this chapter. Will you keep waiting for the perfect tomorrow, or will you finally believe in yourself enough to start today? Think of all the battles you've already survived. The heartbreak, the rejection, the nights you thought you wouldn't make it to morning. But you did. You're here, breathing, watching this now. That means you've already defeated things that once tried to break you. So why do you still doubt yourself? The Stoics taught, what is past is proof. Every scar on your body, every ache in your heart, it all screams one truth. You endured. Yet here's the twist. Most people forget their victories. They only replay their failures. But if you look closer, your entire life is a collection of comebacks. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are evidence that survival is possible. So pause. Feel your chest rise and fall. That's not weakness. It's living proof that you are stronger than everything that tried to destroy you. Now tell me, if you've already endured so much, why stop believing in yourself now? Death. The word no one wants to face, but the Stoics did. They reminded us, one day you will take your last breath, and it won't matter what people thought of you. It won't matter who doubted you. It will only matter if you live true to yourself. Let that sink in. The graveyard is full of dreams, songs never sung, books never written, courage never shown. And here's the twist. You don't know when your last sunrise will be. It could be years away, or tomorrow morning. So, will you keep hiding? Or will you finally rise and live before time runs out? Every doubt you let go of is freedom. Every moment you act with courage is eternity captured. Don't wait until you're dying to realize you could have lived. Choose now. Because the greatest tragedy is not death itself, it's dying without ever truly living. So here we are, at the edge of it all. You've heard the truth. Failure doesn't destroy you. Doubt does. Fear doesn't end you. Regret does. Time doesn't wait. Neither should you. The Stoics left us one simple law. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Believing in yourself is not about arrogance. It's about survival. It's about standing when the world knocks you down. It's about whispering yes to yourself when no one else will. So let me ask you, when life tests you again, and it will you break, or will you finally rise with unshakable belief? The choice is yours. Always has been. And if this message touched something deep in you, don't just walk away. Like this video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe, because together we'll keep building the strength that no storm, no silence, and no fear can ever break.